Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I'm real happy about this one. But we'll get to that. Folks, it is a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Grimm shirt. It's a little bit hard to read, but that's, classic kind of heavy metal band fashion. More difficult to read the logo is, the more hardcore. But no. Grimm are a local band that I became familiar with some months back at the time I'm doing this in 2023. They were opening up for a band called A Killer's Confession, who I like quite a bit. I'd never heard of them before. Sort of horrorcore, industrial metal, sort of rap elements to them. Really high intensity, really enjoyed their performance. So much so that I got a shirt, I got a CD, I even took some videos of their performance. I liked them so much. And, just in general, I've chatted a little bit with some of the guys after the show. I ran into them again at another show. Really good dudes, really like what they're doing. Really happy to have them as part of the Illinois music scene. Because, we have some badass fucking bands in Illinois. And I don't think we get the credit for it that we deserve. And Grimm, I definitely think, is one of those. But I actually, as I stated before, I liked them so much. I went over there, I took a few videos of their performance. Those are also on this channel, just in case you're interested in any of my music doings and what have yous. I have an entire playlist of just concert videos. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? Why am I so excited? Well, folks, we're reviewing, boom, it's this thing, and you'll see it, but it's there. Where's the thing? Are you the thing? Yes, okay. This. Open. 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 Oh, God. Either this thing is incredibly strong or I'm incredibly weak. Either or. Alright, it's this. Let's try to get a thing for the thing. Ha 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 ha. What is this? For a thumbnail. What is this? Where is it from? This, folks, is a beef Samsa. I apologize in advance, I'm going to fuck up names, which is a traditional Uzbek puff pastry with your choice of meat, hence the beef. It cost me $4.99. Here's the thing, folks. I'm getting this from a place called Anjir restaurant. The reason why it makes me so happy is because they are a sort of, I think now they're mostly just Uzbek, but they used to be a place called Makan that served Central Asian and Uzbeki cuisine. And I really liked them. Unfortunately, they ended up closing down. And then literally just today, it's been months since I realized that Makan closed down. They reopened up as Anjir restaurant. They're still doing Uzbek. It is also halal. Their food, that's a certain way that it's prepared. Just figured I'd mention that. But I'm super excited because, damn it, I've been waiting for some Uzbek food in a while. So, we're trying out some Uzbek food. And because this is a local establishment, this is going to go on my Sampler Platter Local Love playlist. Just place for local spots that I try to highlight. So, let's try out some beef Samsa, which I have personally never had. It also comes with some sauce. So, I have had their food before. I actually had some lunch before this. I had some soup, which is very good. And I had these little dumpling things. They were awesome. Let's try out some beef Samsa. Oh no! Mind you, I have no idea if you're supposed to eat this with your hands or not. Probably not. Oh, it's so good. One thing, man. I'm very proud of their bread. They literally have videos playing inside the establishment of them making their bread. If you've ever had it, it's phenomenal. It's some of the best bread you could ever have. So it's nice to see that translates to the puff pastry. The pastry itself is very nice. It's light, but maybe not as light as some puff pastries that I've had. a little bit heavier, but that's not a bad thing. One thing about Uzbek food that I've learned from my experiences, it's very hearty stuff, man. You know, meat and potatoes, lots of, you know, veg and stuff involved. And it's simple, but the way it's prepared, the way, you know, it all comes together, that's what really makes the difference with it. It's part of the reason why I like it so much. And you can hear it's got that crunch to it, which is awesome. Puff pastry is fantastic. Now the beef on the inside, that's really fucking good too. It's somewhat similar to like their dumpling meat. And it's definitely got the veg in there. Maybe like some cabbage or some onions. It's really flavorful meat. And again, kind of the nice thing about the Uzbek cuisine, at least stuff that I've had, is because it is kind of simple, it's like everything has to work. That's the thing that's so cool about it, is that, you know, yeah, it's meat and, you know, some pastry and some veg, but it's like if any of those things don't work, if any of those is not, you know, solid quality, you're going to run into problems. But at least my experience is that's never been the case with either Makan or now Anjir restaurant. Everything is super good, man. I'm going to go over there. I mean, I'm guessing it kind of looks like a marinara sauce. A little bit thin for a marinara, but... Ooh! Ooh! That's got a kick to it. Almost like a marinara, but then it's got like a spice to it. I like that. Give it a go with the sauce now. Oh, man. That pastry is to die for, man. It's just buttery and crispy and so fucking good. With the sauce, it's even better. Because it works better it's a little bit thinner of a sauce, because it's still packed with flavor, but it doesn't try to override the flavors of the actual Samsa itself. You're still tasting the beef, you're still tasting that delicious pastry, but now you've got like this extra sort of tomatoey kind of, you know, acidic taste to it, helps liven it up a little bit, and then you get a little blast of heat at the end, kind of goes to the back of your throat, coats your mouth a little bit. Nothing insane, but just... I'm going to eat the whole damn thing. Yeah, the sauce is almost like a salsa. It's the best way I could describe it. Like a mix between a marinara and a salsa. Alright, well, y'all just watch me wolf that down. But 2 questions still need to be asked. Would I get the Samsa again? Would I recommend it? I mean, going to this place was basically going to be a bit of a ringer situation anyway. Because again, I really liked the previous establishment that they had there. And it seems like they more or less kind of kept it the same, just changed a few things around. A few items that I've had in the past that I liked that they weren't there today, but then they also had new stuff to try. I would 100% yes and yes, as far as the 2 questions go. I like this a lot. Usually, when I go to that place, I think every time I've gone to that place, I get soup as basically an opener. I could definitely get this as an appetizer. Just get myself one, or if you're in a group, go over there, get one for everybody. It's hearty, the meat is fantastic, the pastry is buttery, and that sauce is just, like if you were to go over there, tell me, hey, we've got this thing, it's, you know, meaty pastry and stuff like that, and the sauce is going to be like a salsa marinara type sauce, I don't know that I would have gone with you on that necessarily, but I loved it because it just opened everything up and made it so lively. I love it. So I would 100% get it again. If I'm recommending it to other people, I would 100% recommend this again. Certain things that I've had, again, from Makan and from Anjir, where it might be a little bit harder for me to go over there and kind of, you know, explain to people who maybe aren't familiar with Uzbek food. And not that I'm by any stretch of the imagination a fucking expert. But this is one of those things where I could definitely get people on board with this. Because it's super simple, super tasty, and it's like, it's not a difficult concept to understand, you know, for, you know, people, even for people who aren't familiar with the cuisine. And it's just super good. Five things before I got, I'm so happy right now. 5 things before I got here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there and have yourselves a truly Anjir restaurant-tastic rest of your life. You folks don't understand how happy I am that they're back. Like, when Makan closed, I was distraught and literally pissed off the whole day. I was just like, Razafraz and freaking troglodyte people don't know good food. You know, and I was a little salty that day, but I'm really happy that they're back. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it. Folks, sometimes life is just stressful and frustrating and bullshit. Every now and again, we are thrown a bone. Every now and again, something we love returns to us. I wasn't expecting this today at all. I was going to go to Red Lobster, and that was going to be a review from there. I'm so happy I didn't go to Red Lobster. No offense to Red Lobster, but this is way fucking better than Red Lobster. But it's not always going to be that way. When it isn't, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, like I said, I mean, I wish I could go over there and say that this has been a regular occurrence in my life, that some place that I've loved closed down and was able to kind of reinvent itself and come back. It doesn't happen often. So when it does, if you've been fortunate enough to, hopefully it never closes down regardless, but if you've been fortunate enough to have a situation like that, you know, please cherish it. You know, make sure that you get out there. That's why when I saw that this place was back, I was like, I am not only getting lunch, I am 100% doing a sampler platter video. Doing 2, actually, so wait for the next one. Because they deserve it, man. It's really good food, nice people, it's a nice atmosphere, and it's just unique and cool. So, yeah, do that. Bye!